I'm tired of hiding. I like kind of want to look at myself too. Like I'm trying to like look at myself in the mirror up here. It's just like not going so well. Stupid girl crying over a boy. I feel like a kid like crying because she's not getting her way. Like I wanted this guy to feel some type of way. And like sometimes I swore and felt like he did feel that kind of way, he just wouldn't say. Or maybe I was just completely crazy. Which I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Is it better to be completely crazy? I'm kind of tired of talking of love. I would like to get off all this makeup. I'm just like so upset about so many different things. I really love crying. Like, I love when I can get it to come out. Like I wish more would come out. I want to cry. That's my story. I love to be unhappy. How else could I be an Edgar Allan Poe without having my heart ripped out and given right back to me? If I do not take care of me, I will get very ill. I have only me to take care of me. And who would have interest in doing such a thing if not even I had such a care? It was just so much work. And it got old and boring and dull and tedious. I just wanted the simplicities of curling up beside you and into your arm, and my nose buried deep within your armpit, with a smell that I've come so familiar with. I had an article of his clothing and I threw it out. It didn't even really smell like him, and it wasn't something he actually gave to me directly. It's something I ended up having somehow. And I was upset. I threw it into the trash can. And once doing such an energetic exchange, I felt like there was no going back. And there was no point since the sock had no smell. Such silly childhood nonsense, right? Like such third world problems type thing. Ugh. There's much more bigger problems of the world than of my simplistic heartbreak. And even then, at times, I wondered, was I really crying over him, or was I crying over myself for all the pains I have shed? I'm quite astonished how much I actually really enjoyed that story. I'm deeply moved. I'll check and see. I have so much more studying to do. Araby. Araby was really great. The odor of crystalliums was amazing. Bliss was great. The Little Governess. My test is next Wednesday as well. I have 2 tests next Wednesday. So perhaps there will be no gathering. I'm not sure, okay? I'm just attempting to figure out, like, what feels good for me. And I just know when I think of him right now, it makes me really sad. I feel like a kid inside. Like, I feel rejected. I'm, like, heartbroken. Yet, it makes me feel like it wasn't a real love, because if you seek to possess someone like a material object, I do not think that that means that you really love them. I think that true love is letting someone go, and then if they come back to you, that is supposed to be love to me. In some essence, as long as they didn't need you for money or things, right, that actually brought them to you. Such a delicacy, the human experience of feeling. Just if at any time I could be a child and be picked up and held and loved and coddled, like, now would definitely be the time. Yet at the same time, if that was offered to me, I would shove it away so hard. Just because I would like to be strong on my own. It's important. It is most important. I cannot go through life with just constantly having love and support. I need to be able to go through the pain and suffering and be on my own. I have to be able to be strong and be of the phoenix. I had my own work to do. As much as I wanted to be with you, I cannot. And I could not be fully available no matter what, because I had my own work ahead. Though our paths had crossed, it had not changed anything. We both had our destinies and our framework and our mentalities. Though it was our will and our free choice how we were to spend our time and what we were to do with our lives. Such an illusionary fantasy of you chasing me. Seeing value in me. And simply just being around me. Even if I was in a low mood, that you would take Trina unhappy. Then no Trina in your life at all. Those were the type of beings that I seeked so desperately. A type of unity and family where we were free to be our human condition. To feel, to cry, to be angry, to feel pain, to shed rage and violence, and to still hold an unconditional love that would continuously forgive. Kind of like the Bible states, forgive thy neighbor 1,000 times, no matter how many times they have wronged you. Always granting that space and grace. There are people that will hold me right now. And yet I shove them away because I cannot handle being held by men because of my sexual abuse. It made me far too uncomfortable. To the point where I felt more comfortable playing the role of the woman who sat upon your back as you were on all fours on the ground. In some ways, that had become play. And in other ways, it was a way for me to get away. Attempting to understand my own psychology and the rebirth of Trina Christine Mason. I can only think the only man. I had many to thank, should I say, if I was to go out with a bang right now. I would have to pay the most humble respect to my mother, who is the only reason. I would like to say the main reason. My father's seed, yes, being a main component. Though their love and attraction for one another, for that serves no... My words... How I needed another tissue and there was really only just one left. My time running out quickly. Oh, how I missed him. Yes, how I missed DTS. Though he was always with me. Well, Zachary was very different. He was not me. I cannot explain the differences of the men, nor did it really matter, for, yes, they bled the same. And oh, what's in a name? The head says, I just wanted to be with him. I must escape my ego in these things and these thoughts that are nothing. Just fake framework that I have built, a story that I have enjoyed and told. How I needed great rest. How I slept. I slept so great with him. I'm very energetically sensitive. I should know. In some ways, I felt like I was surrendering to the universe and to God, or what have you, for my purpose, with some type of content in knowing that in the end, what was meant for me shall not pass me, that not even me, not even I or Zachary, or any being that had a destiny, no one could stop it. Not even the lovers could keep each other from one another. I worry for him, for the things that he chooses to put himself through as well. Zachary being just a reflection of many, many of you, really. Recognize this within yourselves. And please love one another and recognize time is short. And recognize where you pay attention to and how you water those around you. Do you water them with complaints at how they're not good enough and how they're not, and how they can be better? Or do we water them with nourishment and love and teachings to motivate them to keep going instead of feeling them to have a lack thereof? I just wanted you in my arms. And while perhaps it was the illusion of what that would be like, I'm aware that that story may not die. So there is a part inside that very much so is withering. That has your stamp, your face, the color orange. Forgiveness, space, grace. Time heals all wounds. I love you. Take care of you. And I'll take care of me. I love you. Peace.